Stay tuned for the biggest fish, the hottest bites, this week here on In-Depth Outdoors.
Got it. Look at that. Wow, is that an incredible fish?
Got him.
All right. Oh yeah.
Quality Green Bay fish here.
We're headed to the best fisheries across the upper Midwest and Canada. We'll fish longer, explore unfished bodies of water, and go further off the beaten path in search of the hottest bites in fresh water.
Oh, look at that. What a specimen.
Here he comes, man. Get him.
What a fish.
This is In-Depth Outdoors.
This guy's heavier. There we go, a little digging at the bottom of the ice. I like it. Oh yeah, there's a nice chubby perch. Exactly what we're after. Nice belly on that one. And you know, rarely will you ever hear me talk about limits of fish. These guys are my weakness. He's coming home with me. And if I can get a limit of perch today, I'm gonna keep it. So today on In-Depth Outdoors, we're fishing on Lake Winnibigoshish near Bena, Minnesota. The game fish season is closed, meaning you can't fish walleye or northern pike anymore, but we're right in the heart of the perch fishing season, and Winnie's really known for having an excellent perch fishery. So we're out of Nodak Lodge. We're out here targeting jumbo perch today on In-Depth Outdoors. I'm fishing with Ben Brennigan, and just to show you that today it's just a little bit upside down. Normally he's on the other side of the camera. Today he's out here on the ice joining me. Whoa! So stick around. I think you're going to enjoy today's show. This is a nice perch here.
There you go, James.
Yeah. That's why we come here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Not a giant, but gonna be just a perfect keeper. There we go. There we go. 2 on the ice. And I got more down there looking, bud.
That's a quick start there.
So here's how we got rolling today. We parked the truck, which is just over to my left here. We punched this hole. This was our first hole. And then probably ran about, what would you say, 2 city blocks.
Yeah, not even
Down
that.
this way, dog leg to the right, went out, come back. First hole's got all the fish in it. We fished all these holes out away from the truck. We had lots of small perch, come right back to this one. The first hole that we walked past, that's got the fish in it. Isn't that just the way it works sometimes?
Exactly. Sometimes it's better to be the lazy guy, I guess.
I'd probably end up spending some time fishing out of the truck seat today if this keeps up.
Yeah, exactly.
Nothing fancy today. Fishing some spikes, wigglers, whatever you want to call them. I like red. I'm not sure it really matters. Both of those perch there just came in and clobbered it. There's no real eyeballing of the bait. When they come through in a school, there's so much competition amongst the different perch that are in that school that one of the perch are usually just going to swim up and just wallop the bait. I'm tipping these spikes on a 1/12 ounce tumbler spoon. It's got a gold back, it's got a perch colored front, kind of matching the natural forage there. Very, very tempting to the perch down there. I'm not even sure what the limit is on perch. Is it 20?
Yeah, I believe it is 20. Well,
We shouldn't have any problem catching 20 here on Winnie this time of year.
no, and it's...
Whoa, just missed another good one. Just pounded it.
It's nice when you can set your fish out on the ice and you don't have to worry about coming home with, 10, 12 blocks of ice. They actually look like fish when you're done.
They look like fish. They will stay looking. Oh, there we go. Ben, you need to come over here and get a hole out here just a little bit deeper because this is another good perch. That is another real good perch. Holy buckets.
Oh,
That's
my
what we're
gosh,
talking about there. Woo, dog.
There you go.
That is a jumbo. Beautiful, beautiful fish. We're making some hay, buddy.
My gosh, James, you're getting on it over here. I'm gonna have to punch some holes around here.
Make some noise.
It's what they were saying here this time of year, and especially on Winnie, that a lot of these fish can be really concentrated. I'm just 20 yards over there and I'm not seeing anything, and you're right
Just
on
those
this.
little tiny little perch. I think they're in the shadow of the truck, to be honest with you.
Well, I hope, I'm not gonna get too close there otherwise.
I think there's another hole right over here.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump over there and get after it. Hopefully I can put one of those jumbos
That
on
is a
there.
nice perch.
That's
A jumbo anywhere.
That's a jumbo perch for sure.
And I got more down there looking. Oh, missed him.
Oh man, I'm gonna get after it. I'm not talking to you anymore. There we go.
Better fish?
You know, it's right, it's a borderline fish right there. You really see two prominent year classes, it looks like these, you know, 8, 9, 10,
Yep.
stuff like that. And then we jump up to fish where it's 12, 13, where you consider that a jumbo perch. So this must be a year or two younger than the ones we're looking for, but.
Well, I'm at the bottom of the year class structure because I just come from some holes where they were 3 and 4 inches long. Not even close to that long.
Yeah, exactly. So, you let that one go, get back after it. Because I think it takes a perch to get to 9 inches. It takes a perch 6 years to get to 9 inches long.
Okay.
So you figure those, when you get into the jumbo perch, you're talking
8, 9, maybe 10 years old.
Exactly. And the longest a lot of these fish are going to live, their life expectancy is only about 9, so.
Well, if you're a 12-inch perch and I catch you, you're at the end of your rope.
Exactly.
Craftsmanship and precision are just words until you add driving passion and a knowledge of what defines rod building excellence. Tuned up custom rods are built with a perfect blend of rod balance and action. A truly custom experience achieved only with the highest quality materials, from the handle to the last guide and every thread wrap in between. It's these components, along with an attention to detail, that makes our custom ice rods a tuned up custom.
Have we found him on the other side of the road?
Oh, got him.
Oh man.
One of the things I love about fishing these tumbler spoons and tingler spoons is they'll flutter off to the side. Nice fish again, bud.
Oh man, just
like
one after
that.
another. God,
Yeah.
that's great.
So the baits flutter off to the side, they don't sink straight down, and that fish actually picked it up off the bottom before I even came tight on the lure. So these baits, instead of just going straight down, they'll flutter off to the side, and I think that's incredibly attractive to these perch. You know, they're sight feeders, and they see that lure tumbling down, and it's flickering, and it's flashing, and when it hits the bottom, those perch just rush in and grab it. It's real common that as soon as you close the bail, lift that rod tip the first time, it's fish on. Yep, we got fish here, bud. Oh yeah. Would you like a tumbler spoon?
I would maybe
I
like a
carried your
tumbler
stuff
spoon.
over,
I need
but
a-
I've got 3, 4 big ones here, so.
Sure, you
Look
just
at
ride
this.
in on my coattails. Wow, that's a nice fish, James.
Oh yeah, it's all good.
I do all the work and you catch all the fish. What's
Listen,
new?
just because you punched the last 8 holes doesn't mean you get to forget about the first 50 I punched.
Oh, that's great. What a nice fish.
You bet. There you go, beautiful, beautiful fish. So the area we're fishing, we're on the south shore of Lake Winnibigoshish. We've got No Deck Lodge in this direction. We've got Judd's Resort in that direction. We're fishing basically right in the middle of those 2 resorts on the shoreline break. We started out this morning in about 12, 13 foot of water. As the sun come up, we push just a little bit deeper, and what we just did was just cross the road. Of course, we don't want to punch holes in the middle of this road here. The guys at No Deck probably wouldn't appreciate that very much. So we just hopped to the other side of the road, got out here in a little bit deeper water, thinking that the fish will move deeper with a little bit more light penetration, and that's exactly what happened. Those last 2 fish were on the first 2 drops. So we'll do our best to just kind of keep up with these fish today. And as you can see, the trick with perch is not catching them. I mean, typically speaking, they're pretty aggressive. You put a bait in front of them, as long as it's somewhere in the realm of what they're willing to eat, they're gonna take it. It's finding the fish. And then of course, when you find them, you gotta stay on them because they move so much. I mean, they're visual predators. They use their eyesight primarily, and they're always on the move. You'll rarely see perch just kind of sit still in one area. You know, you'll have a good school underneath you, you'll catch 3, 4 fish, and boom, they're gone. And of course, that forces you to fire up that auger again and get in search of them. But with the weather the way it is, 40, 45, almost 50 degrees, today is definitely the kind of day where you can be out here on the ice punching some holes. He's short on both ends. He's going back. If you're a perch fisherman, this is the time of year you live for. You know, you put up with a tough bite midwinter, cold temps make it hard to move around, and you get into March like this, and you know, oddly enough, most guys just put everything away for the season, and this simply is just the best time of the year, in my opinion, to chase perch. Actually, when it comes down to, you know, the lures being fished, the jig and wrap that Ben's fishing fishes quicker, faster. So he's got a little bit of an advantage there, but these fish really like this tumbler spoon. I mean, if I had to pick one or two baits, this would definitely be right up there as one of my favorites. This could be another decent one here. You better believe it. Gill plate got me there just a little bit. I guess I had it coming. On the ice he goes. Watch that rod tip. Boink, there we go. The rod I'm fishing is it's a quick tip from Tuned Up Customs. If there was a species that this rod was just made for, it's these perch. Perfect action, nice sensitive tip. Stiff enough to fish a spoon, sensitive enough to fish a jig. And I think Mr. Brannigan, who's obviously over there being a little bit stubborn, needs to think about switching baits. You gonna come get that tumbler or what?
I'm getting them over here now.
Are ya? You getting any size though?
No, I'm not, so.
Well, I don't think the trick today is catching perch, it's catching the right size perch.
Exactly. I give up, mercy.
I can't make him fish it. I think it kind of goes like in softball where if I 10 run you, done.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, it's time. You've got this pile of perch laying right here, and
go for it.
I'm gonna get on it.
Gotta get your perch on.
Exactly.
This winter, VMC takes ice fishing by storm with the release of 5 new jigs and 4 new spoons. Based on innovative fish catching designs, VMC spoons and jigs come in an array of ultra-glow colors and realistic natural patterns you need to be successful out on the ice. Forged from top quality materials, all VMC jigs feature a 90-degree hook eye and VMC's unique power gap designed to greatly increase hooking percentage. Find VMC's line of ice tackle at all quality sporting goods stores and online at vmchooks.com.
Come on, fish. There we go. There we go. Oh yeah, that's what we're looking for. Got a nice belly on him right there. So he came up and he clobbered that thing. And what I've been trying to do here is, perch they school horizontally. So on the bottom, you'll get maybe 2 feet of perch where it's perched this way, perched that way. That's compared to a crappie where crappies will school vertically. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to jig up and pull these perch up in the water column. And what that does is it allows, when those perch come up and eat it, I can pull them up and the rest of the school will be pretty much unaware. Rather, if I'm fishing right down in the bottom with all of those perch, and you know, he comes up and eats that, I set the hook, rip him through the school, and the school vanishes. So I got him to come up, you know, a foot, and it's not, it doesn't seem like it's that much, but I got him out of the school, vertically above him. I set the hook, pulled him out, his buddies were unaware, and they're still down there, so I'm gonna throw on a minnow and I'm gonna get after it.
I'd leave this hole, but I got 2 marks down there that just look great, so I'm gonna try to catch those fish before I move on to greener pastures here. We're pushing well over 40 inches of ice here in Winnie, so guys will be out here for weeks yet. I mean, not that you should consider that to be the fishing report, or the ice report, excuse me. I mean, call ahead, check on conditions, but there's a lot of ice up here. Look at that, look at that. Toad. I've got myself a little pile going here. This hole has been very, very good to me.
Yes.
Another one for the ice, man. Well, here's what I think we should do. I think now that this morning bite is kind of dried up here, we should head out to deeper water. I know 32, 33 feet of water midday, they're starting to get fish out there now too. So we had a heck of a run of it. That was a lot of fun, but we could probably quit right now and go home and have enough fish. But we drove all this way, we might as well make a day of it. So let's just transition out to that deeper water, and I bet you we can keep this bite just rolling.
Yeah, you could really tell how it started off shallower and it's just worked his way right through.
Absolutely it has. And the last place we had a solid bite was right along the road, right along the bank where the snow was like 4 feet deep, where it was real shaded right there. And that only lasted so long, of course. And we've got a heck of a lot of fish though to go pick up. I mean, I know we're not near our limit yet, but we've got a lot of fish on the ice. So let's start picking them up and then we'll head over there. Yeah, I'll grab the auger.
Deal. Oh geez, I was just dropping it down and flipped the bail open and he was all over it. A little deeper again and the fish are just as aggressive, if not more. Oh yeah, that's the one we came for. Oh, that is a jumbo perch right there.
Nicely done, buddy.
Oh, gorgeous. James, I think we made the right call here, moving out deeper.
I don't think you're going out on a limb since you've got 2 jumbos on the ice and 2 drops.
You know. Oh, I might have to steal that pliers from you again.
This is like the Winnie of old, man.
I know it is. It reminds me when I was a kid.
Keith, you're not that far removed, pal.
Get him unlatched there. And look at that. Right in the back of his throat. What do you know, another little perch. You can even see the bars on him. And that's what they're snacking on. And again, this was just a luck of the draw. James gave me a tumbler and it happened to be this perch color. And that 1/8 ounce tumbler, I mean, that is considered matching the hatch right there. That's about as close as you're gonna get to a match there. We are on them now, I think. So he's gonna come home with me. Gonna drop down. And James, hopefully you need your pliers back sooner than later.
Oh, I'm gonna need it, but you can hold on to it for now. I like it when every time you drop your spoon, you start to see fish come up off the bottom.
Exactly, I'm seeing the same thing right here. Oh, there we go.
Oh yeah.
He throttled it here. Again, he came up 10 feet off the bottom to hit this one when I was dropping down. Man, they are just, as the day gets on, just as aggressive, and that's another nice fish there. Full of spunk.
Nice, bud.
And I felt like the fish were neglecting me a little bit this afternoon, or this morning, but
We just had to get you set up with the right lure.
I know that just wasn't doing the tricking. As soon as we switched, boom, boom, boom. And again, every fish I've caught so far out here, the same story. These little perch stuffed in their bellies. There's another one right there.
That's cool.
Man. So what we're doing is definitely working. I'm gonna throw him on the ice.
You're not gonna have some fish to clean tonight.
Oh, it's gonna be, the journey has just begun, let's say that.
Honda power and reliability have been combined with StrikeMaster's legendary ice cutting technology to produce the 35cc Honda Light. Powered by a powerful and efficient engine, the 35cc Honda Light offers first pull reliability and weighs in at a feather-light 23 pounds when equipped with an 8-inch laser auger. This winter, pick up a Honda 35cc Light from StrikeMaster, the most reliable and fastest cutting 4-stroke auger on the ice.
Right there, that's another nice jumbo. Just hammered it. So like I was saying, I am using the tuned up Precision right now. I know James is using the quick tip, and I started off fishing the Precision when I had that jigging wrap on this morning, and I liked it. It was a little bit more, I could control that jigging wrap a little bit better. I just decided to stay with the Precision. What I have is I have a 10-pound Suffix braid on there, and what it allows me to do is when I'm fishing down there, I feel everything is translated through that braided line versus James is fishing the mono and he's relying more on seeing it and, you know, getting a little feel in there, but he'll actually see that go down because he's got that fast tip, where I've got a little stiffer, you know, rod tip section right here. So I'm really relying on feeling that fish hit through that braid, and I'll just, you know, they'll come up and thwack, and I can feel it right in my handle. You know, it's just nice to have this rod out here because it's an all-around great versatile rod. Jigging wraps, you know, I can fish it all the way down to these super light spoons, and it handles it all pretty well. So we're gonna get back down and get ourselves uno mas. And sure enough, I dropped that thing down and woof.
Better fish here. Pretty darn nice fish.
Better than mine.
We have made some excellent decisions today with regards to fish movements. Kind of been able to follow them every step along the way, you know. Start out in the morning up there in that 12, 13 foot of water. By noon, we're kind of camped on them in that 15, 16 foot of water where we really had that great flurry of action, and then after that we lost the fish. So it just made sense that drop out to the deepest portion of the basin, and this is where the fish have migrated to throughout the course of the day. So it's kind of like a three-stage movement. And of course tomorrow morning again, those fish will be back up shallow. And whether it's these fish or it's just fish that stay up there and just get aggressive in the morning, who's to say? Boink. The spoon can't even hit the bottom. I mean, it just, you free spool it down there and they grab it as soon as it hits the dirt. I'm gonna end up going through 3 tubs of larvae today.
I know, you're lucky I started with minnows or we'd be out.
I don't know that it makes any difference. It's what I started with, and why change, right?
He rocketed off the bottom.
Kertunk?
Yeah, it was just a layer of small fish and he came out of the midst.
I think a lot of times when you've got a big bunch of fish like that, it's best to stay up above, you know, everybody by 2-3 feet and let that big one come up out of there.
A little bit nicer one there. And he, like I say, he rocketed right off the bottom and doinked it. And the other thing about, you know, keeping your bait up off out of the school is it also doesn't spook the rest of that school. You can lift them up and have at 'em all day, just like that.
Of course, perch aren't the brightest bulbs, so, you know, they'll put up with more of that than some other fish will.
Exactly.
We've had a great bite here today, and anybody that's interested in getting out on a perch bite like this, this bite here on Winnie should hold as long as the ice does. So my tip to you is give the guys at Nodak Lodge a call. We're going to post the contact information right here at the end of the show. They've been very helpful, and this is one of those bites where the fish made us look a lot better than we really were. The bite up here right now really is that good. We were able to follow the fish starting in the morning up real shallow and worked them all the way down out into 32 foot in the basin of the lake. So I think if you show up here in the next couple weeks, you're going to have a fantastic time. If you haven't put the ice fishing gear away yet, this is an excellent opportunity to get the kids out on the ice. I mean, this is the best time of year to get out with those youngsters, knowing that the temperatures are going to be very, very warm, the fish are going to be active, everybody should have a good time. Now, today was pretty special for me because we got to get Ben Brennigan out behind the camera and in front of the camera. He's done an excellent job for us this winter in some very tough conditions, so it was great to see him have some fun out here on the ice on the other side of the lens. So from Ben and I, thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.
For more info on the latest fish reports, gear recommendations, and hottest techniques, connect with us online at indepthoutdoors.com or follow us on Facebook at In Depth Outdoors. And if you enjoyed today's show, be sure to let our sponsors know.